I feel like Roy and Kitty, his brother. What's his brother's name? Kevin? So you guys watch Kevin lately? I don't know if you guys watch him on Instagram. That's Roy and Kitty's brother. If there's an echo in here now, it's because we started moving things around, started gutting out the office. We're actually going to be building a wall. We're going to be doing some soundproofing. We're going to do some real shit here. I'm just telling you, we already mapped it all out. But free. Well, I don't want to tell you. I mean, I didn't order, but if you know Matthew, Matthew's a big supporter of the show. Matthew's the owner of Hosco, the actual company, and he went ahead and gave out some. He does promo pieces for certain people, and some of us, we all have the same connection. We're all GameStop, if you know what it is. Matthew, all his proceeds, everything he does with his website and his investments via his company, the Hosco, right here, bethehos.com. A lot of those proceeds, I don't want to say all because I don't want to speak for him, but a lot go to GameStop, as in he buys GameStop shares, he supports the company. He's always been a GameStop guy. He has a dream. His dream is to connect the community of investors and having a brand, a retail brand that's there for the taking. And I will tell you, I support the Haas company. You guys know that. You guys know. If you don't know that, you should know that. But there takes drive and there takes a certain mindset to not give in to the I want it now crowd. And if you guys don't know that crowd, they're out there. Everyone wants it now. They don't want to build. They don't want to do the hard work, the grind, the walking, the canvassing. I give you a case in point. Today, I sent out 10 letters, 10 emails already about funding for something that I'm raising money for. And it's totally outside of the scope of saying, here's my crew here on YouTube, and I could go say, hey guys, I need some money for something. And I'm sure someone would come through and say, hey, here's the thing. I don't do it that way. I'm not coming to you guys for anything. It's you know why it doesn't go that way, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm not asking anything of you guys that I'm not giving back to you. If I write a book, you guys want to read it, well then sure, go ahead, buy the book. I don't care. But you see how you're getting something for something? I've never been a big fan of just asking people for something and not giving something in return. So a shout out to Matthew Golby. And if you guys don't know Matt, he's been around for a minute with me. And I'm just telling you, the great gift idea I had was I'm going to buy some Hosco stuff for myself. I was doing it for me, and I'm thankful for Matt. He throws in a couple extra things. The hoodie's going to my son. It's fresh. It's nice. It's perfect. Either my son or my wife. I haven't decided yet, but I like the pen. You got a Hosco pen, bro? Oh shit! I'm taking this everywhere. So anyway, hats, pens, everything. I'm sure I'll dress up for it. I'm sure I'll wear all the pieces. But Matt, be the Haas. Yeah. BeTheHoss.com, guys. Go ahead and check out the website and use the discount code GameStop. And believe it or not, you get a massive discount. I think I got 30-40% off of my order, which was awesome. Matt's there for the people, guys. Okay. Now, to the good stuff. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I am going to open up the phone lines tonight. We are going to have a conversation of some things. It was reading headlines and hearing everybody got me motivated to go live today because we actually tore down the whole studio. My brother and I, we actually repaired the roof, which was a good thing. We still have work to do as far as the SPAC, and we put the tape on, we put the mud on. Obviously, the drywall's there, but I have this vision of I want to do some crazy stuff to the house, and it's going to take time, and it's going to take money, and it's going to take planning. So we're doing that. We're doing that though. I want to make a panic room, but for all the right reasons. I want to make one just for the studio. So my wife goes, "Wow, you're crazy." I said, "I am," because I don't want people to know that the studio's here. So if you came to my house, I don't want you to be able to see it, and that's the whole thing. That's the idea of it. It's mine, and it's my own personal space, and I just rock it out. So that's where I'm at right now. I was reading headlines, and you guys know that there's just something that's going on out here that we're going to talk about in detail tonight. We're also going to be talking about the amount of revenue GameStop's showing because we're here. It's here, guys. I don't know if you guys are aware, but this is the fastest December in the history of worldkind. It's crazy December, man. It's already here, guys. Christmas is 3 days away. I'm happy. Every quarter, I get happier and happier because I know the next earnings report comes out in March. And that earnings report is going to show numbers that finally Wall Street gets to digest. If you don't know the way Wall Street works, we were talking to a Wall Street guy last week. I don't know if you guys were noticed, but he was an absolute Wall Street guy because he would say things. He tried to come off and say he's like some factory worker. What was his name, by the way? I can't remember his name, but some guy that came into the chat said, "Oh, I just have questions." But his questions and his verbiage, and they try to dumb it down. They have pauses because there's a crowd watching, and they're in a Discord or they're in person and being surrounded. And they have pauses because they're trying to figure out what to say without giving out their identity. But I get him every time because he's, "Oh, don't you think that it would be, in I don't know." He uses the words where it would be beneficial and or responsible to take profit and or to do this. But then they say, "Well, here's the model. Here's the model I reference, and here's the numbers I have." Right? And they always want to talk to you about a subject that they have no info on. So, well, I'm just asking you because I don't know. Well, what the hell? What is that? To come into here and add, what? Why wouldn't you? I don't understand. I've never seen it. I've never seen a debate be, and I call it a debate because I've never seen someone be so unprepared, yet they want to they have their talking points. Well, because I listen to it again and I listen to it again and I listen to it again. Every time I have a conversation with somebody, I listen to it about 2 or 3 times because there's things that I miss, like where I said, "Well, they don't have creditors knocking on the door," and then he said, "Yet," but it was muffled. Well, yet they don't have creditors yet. I was like, "What do you mean? They never will." There's a whole different mindset going on right now. So it's okay though. I have plenty to talk about tonight. In addition to that, we are going to be looking at the TA. So we'll go ahead and pull up the mysterious TA. This is the infinite money glitch for a lot of people. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's part of a cycle like Reese. Is that his name, Reese? I don't even really know who he is. Reese Politics, right? The guy I told you was, he talks out of 2 sides of his mouth. And I tell you this only because I have history. Reese, I keep receipts. I don't know if you know that. I keep receipts and they're in my brain somewhere. And I do remember you pumping AMC on Twitter about 2 years ago, a year ago. And I don't forget. So there's a category where I put all you fake GameStop people. I put you off in one category because you can all claim to be one thing, but you're not. You never have been, and or you now are, but you weren't before. So it still puts me somewhere in that category. It still puts you somewhere in that category with me. It's just the way I feel. That's who I am. I'm a GameStop only guy, and I always have been because I feel everything is associated with what GameStop does. But that's just the way I live my life. And if I live that way, then I'm healthy, and I'm happy to do it. I don't talk to people that want to be friends with everyone. There you go. GameStop's about to go parabolic. Yes. Hi, Marantz. But what do you think about daily, weekly chart, MACD looking from what I see? What do I think, Muslim man? I think that if you look at those charts long enough, they still won't do anything. I have this belief because I talk to enough finance guys that actually, when they look at fundamentals and they look at any measurable they want to measure, they look at it their way. As in, what are they going to get a return on today? So I'm sure a lot of people feel like they could play catch up on GameStop. Like, I'll go buy it when it's time and I'll still get a good run. See, it was this old thing about Walmart that I remember. And this is just about investing, period, like in business. So a lot of people, they do rebranding and identity rebranding, kind of like what GameStop did by getting rid of Electronic Boutique. And I'll give you the example, Sears. Sears used to be called Sears and Robux or something. Robux, I forget what it was, Robux or something. FedEx used to be the Federal Express. Now it's FedEx. There's rebranding done at any given time in the lifetime of a company, and when I realized that, like, people come up with like acronyms and stuff, like Kentucky Fried Chicken is KFC, and you go, okay, that's where we're at. So where we're at today with GameStop, just so that you guys can look at it from like the broad point, like now they have their identity, they have this one thing, and people are saying to themselves, it's okay because like Walmart, like Kmart, like Taco Bell back in the day, when it starts moving, I can still get back into it and move along with it. Maybe I didn't catch the bottom, but I'll still catch a good run and I'll run it up. A lot of people do that. And that's just the way they invest. And it's because they're on a timeline to take profit, get off the table, same thing. If you look at NVIDIA's doing it right now where people are taking profits and it's finding its strength at around 170, 180. Okay. So as you run back up or you run back down this ebb and flow of a market, what are you looking at really? Well, we're looking at GameStop. GameStop, the number is 40,000. You see, what people do, they associate the stock price. And then they go for market cap. And then they go for what's the weekly and what's the daily. And I'm telling you, I don't care about it. You said, Marantz, you just said 40,000. What are you talking about? The one thing I care about. That's what I'm looking at. And that's what I'm talking about. And the one thing I care about and look at are right here. It's going to be right here. Is this not working for me? Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, that shows you I wasn't ready for that. But it's cool. I mean, how's that? Is that okay? Let me see if this one works. Because remember, I had to unplug my computer. I had to do I was doing homework on that one. Looking at America Airlines, I was doing stuff. You guys don't want to know how I feel about America Airlines right now. America Airlines. Yeah. If I ever showed you guys like the real truth of this damn thing, it'll blow your mind. You guys want that? You guys want a little bit of truth real quick? Look at this. Okay. See this big ass candle right here? Look at this right here. Boom. That's the 28th, January 2021. Right there. January 28th, 2021. It spiked all the way up, right? From 14, went all the way to, what is that, 21, whatever it may be, got halted. Then died off, came back again, picked back up, and where's the next spike? Well, the next spike is right here on a gap up. Do you know what else was popping at this time? A little thing called GameStop. Then it died down, right? Look at this, died down, and then what happened again? And when was that? That was going to be the 2nd of June. Remember what spiked the 2nd of June? So the fact that it has the spikes and the death and the spike and the death and then never again has it ever recovered to those levels. And this is America Airlines. And this was, an S&P 500 darling. But you tell me how this is even possible where the market cap is only $10 billion now. And before, you still had another $10 on it with all the shares that it had, the float itself. What was the float? It's over here, 650 million shares, 660. So you would get all the way to 20 billion. You'd have some stuff, but you can't because now it's stuck in this run sideways. And I wonder if that looks very familiar to you guys. A run that goes up, down, but no real give at any time ever back to where it once was in 2021. That's what I was looking at on America Airlines. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Is it just me? Or is this stock so good I want to F for free? Don't worry about me, guys. I'm crazy tonight. Okay, so we're good there. All right, I'll talk about that in a minute. I still have stuff to do. So I was saying 40,000. That's what I said, 40,000. That's why I care. Because the amount of cards they have on the website, PSA graded, all right here. Hey, look at this right here, AJ. My boy, AJ. Well, Anthony's boy, but my boy, he's my dude. The card right here, PSA 10, $206, bro. Don't ever sell it. Just sit on it. You got a PSA 10. I was tired of AJ getting PSA 8s because every time he taken a card that I gave him, it was an 8. It was an 8. I said, you know what? I'm going to give him a 10, bro. I'm going to give him a 10. Here you go. There's a 10. So 40,000 cards online right now. 40,000. To go from, we were at 1,000 just 5 months ago. We were our highest we'd ever been before that was around 9 to 14 in that range. And we're already at 40,000 cards on the website. So big numbers, big inventory push, big sale to come. I assume that, and then this is how I'm doing it, they're going to pull this from you, and you're going to get some real physical power packs out of these cards. But it looks like they finally got a buyer in the office, and they know what the hell they're doing, and or they're trying. But buy all the cards you can at a discount. Buy all the cards you can at this markdowns, because those cards are going to go up in price, and that's how we're doing it. Rantz, if you have time, can you see what's going on with Jumia? I don't know what the hell that is. Let me see what I got here. Jumia. I had a buddy. I had a vendor that I was talking to today, and he said he's going on vacation. I said, "Where are you going on vacation?" He's like, "Cuba." I said, "What? Cuba?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm allowed to go. I'm from Canada." I was like, "Bro, that's crazy." Yo, thanks for the sub. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. You know how it is. Anyway, GameStop looks good. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. We're gonna do our thing. I'm still enjoying my night. I didn't do a video at all last night. You guys, I was up in my attic. I made 3 videos that I never released yesterday. I was making videos while we were doing the roof. And I was like, hey guys, just sitting up here choking on this shit. And bro, pause. Disgusting. But anyway, I was talking about Wall Street. See how I can do it? My mind just goes. It was crazy, Wall Street. They try to give you value for what you talk about. Okay, we're talking GameStop, and I was pointing out the fact that guy was a liar. I knew he was a liar, just because of the way he talked. But it's one of those things where people say, "What time is it?" And then you answer, and instead of giving them an answer, they try to build a clock. They tell you, "Oh yeah, no, you want to know the time? Well, let me tell you how you get the time." Well, you get this little pendulum, you put it in here, and you start. I don't need to know all that. Just tell me the time. So when you say GameStop, I do the same thing. People say, Marantz, why do you invest in GameStop? That's great. So I don't give you all the details. You couldn't even do it. I think the hardest part for me was because I'm writing the book, okay? And I'm on page 108. I hit it hard last night. 30 pages. Hard. Moving stuff, typing stuff, going crazy. Doing more research. Then it hit me. It fell upon me. I told Jay, I sent Jay a message in the morning, and I said, Jay, do you understand that this book would be 500 more pages if I were to go into detail about every little thing, like everything I could prove? And then it was like, yeah, but maybe they won't read it. Maybe they'll be like, yo, this is crazy. This is too much. Maybe Marantz is off his rocker. And it's not that way. It's just, we could sit here and we could talk about how things happen and then how they happen to me. Like, how did I get the info to the book? That's the real story. That's the other book I have to write. So I'm working on it, right? I talked to, what did I say? I talked to PSA. Is that what I can't read, my screen's blocked. I'm sorry. I talked to PSA, Workers About Congressmen, to call for the FTC investigation while Beckett that Pat has Palantir and AI bubble hedge. Yeah, we know that part. I talked about it, and I say things like, you guys, I'll beat people to it. Like, I say things 2 days before anyone else starts talking about it. And I just look at people just like, you're disgusting. You content creators, you dudes on Twitter, you guys make me sick. I'll say things, I'll point things out that they could never explain. And then they watch the video and then they go back and say, look at this. And I'm just like, whatever, dudes. I don't have time. I do it live. I do it right in front of you. So, one of those things. Explodes? I wish. What do you mean? It is exploding. What are you talking about? GameStop is absolutely exploding. It's at 40,000 cards on the website. How is that not exploding? That's amazing. It was just at 37,000 2 days ago. That means they're still buying right now. Oh, are you talking about the stock price? Oh, shit. I didn't know we getting early Christmas gifts, bro. Early Christmas discount. Gold's at 4.4. Silver's at 70. Everything's up. Marantz style college rulebook text, 3-in-1 book. Man, y'all ain't ready for that. I mean, do you know what would happen? First thing, I'd be like, excuse me, sir. It's a little different, though, because there's, like, ways of learning, and then there's ways of, like, not. Like, I give you my example. Like, People think they have the idea of how to like get investments or how to pick a stock. I always get asked this: how do you pick a stock, Marantz? And there's like little nuances to it. And so I pick my stock like I picked my wife. There were things that I didn't know, yet as time went on, it got better. Like when I met my wife, she was a fox. She was gorgeous. She was hot. The things I didn't know, she could cook, and she's a good family woman, and she's raised right. So she's real tempered. She's tempered pretty well for me. She's like the complete yin and yang that I need. Well, the stock is no different. Let me just like we can talk this out. We can talk this out real quick with you guys. Tony De Niro's wife. Oh, so sorry, Tony. Chances are he met her out. Like he met her at a club or something at a bar. You see, there's a whole theory here. When people say I met my spouse at the bar, that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing. It really could. Now, if she's the last girl at the bar, that's not a good thing. That means you just went like, this is all I've got. Time's up. She's the last one. I'll take one for the team. Oh, we the classic line. Yeah, she grew on me. He grew on me. Bros, if you ever had a partner, I tell you, I always meet a couple and the girl goes, yeah, I wasn't attracted to him at first. And I just look at her, dude, you let her say that? Like, what? How the hell is this working out? This is like, at that time I go, hey, bro, this ain't cool, man, what your girl just said about you. No. It's cool if you meet your girl at the bar or at the club or whatever. And like I met my wife before it even got going. No one was even there. It was just us two there. So before it actually got crazy, we left early. Like, it's like that. That's good. That's tight. If you're the last one, I don't know. Tony, what happened, bro? I just want to know how it works. No? Okay, whatever. Anyway, GameStop investing is different, bros. You look at it like, how many of you guys, your wives say, this is boring? Like, what you're learning about is boring, or whatever you want to watch, Marantz. Oh, that's boring. Talk about stuff I don't know. Do you imagine? I can't. I can't imagine. Because I talked my wife's ear off until she can't stand it. She was like, are we going to talk about anything else today? No, we're not. Not at all. I need a friend in finance. Who do I got? I got Almo. I call him, man, what's up, bro? What you got going on? I just want to talk it out. What about GameStop? What's going on? Yeah, we talk that out too. If you need it, well, that's what we have that's what we have the Discord for. We have all that stuff. Like Tony De Niro, just so that we're clear, I'm never gonna stop calling you out. It's a Christmas show. I'm feeling good about tonight. Tony probably has a gay best friend. Probably, bro, and that's not a bad thing, bro. I don't have a problem at all, Tony. I think you do. You're constantly trying to prove that you're not. So then I'm like, okay. Like my dad had that problem. My dad would be in the truck and my dad would be like, hey, why are we playing Bump and Grind? I don't see nothing wrong. We're singing to each other. Right? He's like, hey. We're men in here. What do we do? I'm like, what, Papa? What's going to happen? We're going to start kissing tomorrow? Like, I don't understand what's the issue here. We're going to rub each other. Our arms are going to touch. What's going on? Go to a restaurant. I sit at the other side of the table. Go to the movie theaters. We have a space in between us. We go to the game. We're sitting apart. High school game. We don't even sit next to each other. We're like, I'm over here. You're over here. Hey, yeah. What are you, so manly? I don't get it. Tony, you do a show. I'll never forget when Tony had a guy in his house doing the show with him. I was like, yo, that's pretty wild. Anyway, Merry Christmas, guys. People who read will find it gripping. Yeah, maybe. Inking all day in the house, my boy, bro. What did I see over there? I don't even know what the hell that. Yeah, no, I don't know. It all depends. Like, okay, like investing, right? And this is why I'm talking about this. Just so that we can draw it all back. So you guys are probably wondering what the hell's Marantz saying. Let's draw it back to investing. People will say things to you and they'll be like, oh, there's no volatility. It's boring. I can't invest that way. I can't just sit here and wait. There's no volatility. I need volatility. I'm an options trader. Or hey, when this thing moves, I'm getting out of here. I need all that. You know what, guys? It's all about who you date. Well, I'm good with boring. I'm good with just watching Netflix and whatever, playing with the cat. You think I always want to be invested in a company that's going to either take me to the top or the bottom and not know, might hit, might not? That shit's crazy. That's like dating a girl that you got to drag with your car or whatever. Like, she's like, I'll never let go. And you're like, let go. I'm trying to take off. I'm just going to my mom's house. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm reliving my life a little bit when I was young. When I was young, the shit was crazy. You guys already know. You guys, all you guys that are here, you guys all been through some real shit with some crazy ex. And it's like, don't you wish she was just boring? Like, I'll take boring. I'll take just the stock that just sits there. Not these guys. They want to. Did you see my messages? Who's Tony? That relevant? Tony De Niro. That's who it is. Gusta. If you don't know who that is, that's a YouTuber who tries to tell people we're gonna have this conversation when the adults in the room. One of those. I'm still waiting for him to walk out of the room so Charlotte can come back in. That's it for me. I don't care. She's like, huh. Charlotte's younger than my daughter, bro. That should just give you a memory. Tony's 10 years older than me, and Charlotte's younger than my daughter. The dude is disgusting. And I'm never going to let it go because that right there tells me a lot about him. That right there tells me a lot about him. The things that aren't said. And I'll feel this way, and I can have this opinion. You can have yours about me. But you can't fool me, Tony. You can't fool me, say it was puppy love. You can't fool me on any of that shit. Doesn't work for me. I'm a grown man. You see, I grew up around womanizers. I really did. I grew up around control freaks. And that's why I knew what to steer clear from. Like, there's this old trick that a dude who looks like me used to do. He used to date a woman or girls, whatever, that didn't listen to the music he listens to. So then he would take the lyrics of songs that they never heard, and he would call them his own. He'd say, oh, this is a poem I wrote you. And I'm just like, bro, that ain't shit but Jagged Edge. Huh? What? Yeah. It's like that. But that's how I picture you. You giving out some info, and then she's like, what, this is riveting. Oh, darling, you ain't seen nothing yet. And all you're doing is quoting some lyrics from like before she was born. I already know, man. I already know guys like you. They're gross. Yeah, I know he says that to his wife. I never watched Tony before. I remember I watched Newton once. Yeah, I try not to do that too. Hi, guys. I'll never forget my barber tried to do it to me. My barber tried this on me. So my barber has no idea that I pay attention to a lot, right? So this is the last time I ever went to the barber too, because he was like, hey, bro, and he had a take, right? Kobe died. Kobe died like 2 days before I got there. And he's like, Kobe Bryant has 6 rings, bro. And I was like, he won 5. Okay, cool. No, 6. He's got the 5 he won and the 1 he gave to Vanessa. They're married forever. That's 6 rings. We all wish we could be that guy. And I was like, yeah, bro, I read that tweet too from Bad Bunny. What, are you calling it your own? Calm down, pal. I know guys like you. Yeah, exactly. It sounds like something he would do. Yeah, you better believe it. Echo, you don't even know the half, bro. Rico's in there dating chicks from the hood. Hey, come here, Claudia. Listen, Claudia. Heads Carolina, tails California. We can go somewhere greener, somewhere warmer. Up in the mountains, down by the ocean. It don't matter as long as we're going somewhere together. I've got a quarter. Heads Carolina, tails California. Claudia's like this. Bro, I ain't even been outside of Riverside. Where is that? Where's California? What did you call it? Carolina? Bro, my brothers better not hear about this shit. That's Reek. Swear to God, he'd quote all the country songs to the Mexican girls, quote all the R&B to the white girls. Shit was wild, bro. I don't know what he could do. Who's that barber? Oh, bro, it was ridiculous. His name's John, okay? I'll tell you his name flat out. John. Hey, I got a fast car. I got a ticket to get us anywhere. We managed to save a little bit of money. It's crazy. Hey, Tony De Niro doesn't know if he's doing Stock Talk or Ricky Lake. Well, oh, hold on. Yep, no, she's not going to keep it. No, we're going to let it go. It's okay. I think I'm getting fat, guys. I broke my diet. It's not going good. It's not going good. I think I'm getting fat. I really am. I broke my diet like last week because the food looked too good. When I was at Walmart today, I caught this girl. She kept looking at my my titties. I was like, bro, my eyes are up here. Like, what are you doing? That's how I knew I was gaining too much weight. I was just looking at her. I'm like, can you look up here? Forget the diet over Christmas. It's impossible. Tell me about it. And again, my wife's about to do tamales and barbacoa, everything. And the whole family's coming over. Anthony AG, what's up, bro? When is the GameStop exploding here? It's already happening. What are you talking about? It's happening right now. Are you talking about the price again? You guys, come on. $21.75 and you want it to go up? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I can't do much. I'm just trying to avoid women that go outside in their pajamas. Thank God my wife's never done that. Okay? I'm telling you, I spent a lot of time at Walmart today. It was like I walked in, I said, what the hell am I doing here? It's Christmas. People were just buying shit. I need $750K at least. What is that, the price? Or you need to make $750K? We're going to go over that anyway. That's cool, man. It's cool. Hey, I do have a question, though, for all the guys out there. And Tony. And Tonko. Like, do you have an issue or do you have something against this is why you guys don't want people watching the show? You should buy more at this price if you can afford it. Yeah. Bro, the same. Haven't been to Walmart in a minute. Filled with pajama girls. Yeah, it's a different world. Bro, you know what's even more of a different world? I was sitting there and I said something, I don't know, and I thought it was funny, whatever it may be. And the girl chuckled. There was a girl behind me. She laughed. And I just said something like, I go, oh, do you guys have any more bags? And she's like, no, we only do paper bags. It's California. It's stupid. And I said, oh, that's cool. I said, what happened to all the other bags? And it's something like we say where we're from because all the little Karens steal all the bags for like a doggy bag. They would take the little ones and they would they would go in and take a whole stack, like 500. Just, and I'd be like, oh, I know what happened to the bags. All them little dog moms took them. And I just said it just in passing. I wasn't even being that funny, nothing, but the girl chuckled. The girl giggled or whatever. I wasn't even trying to be funny. And it wasn't even that funny. You should have seen the dude. Dude was like, oh, you laughing? Like, dudes that get like that, like jealous about girls laughing, oh my God. All you're doing is laughing at his jokes. You just laugh, oh, you having a good time? Bro, that's where that's it, bro. I don't say much when I'm around people. I don't want my wife thinking other girls are laughing at me. Laughing at his jokes, no. I watched your show, Marantz. It was hilarious. Yeah. No, it was funny as hell. The one where you said, Houston Wade has a new dating app. And I was like, what is that? Zillow and DoorDash. No, those ain't dating apps. The hell? Dude losing sight of it all. The gym, the first 2 weeks of January is like a cattle market. Oh, bro, these people are disgusting. I've been buying more warrants, tapped out until next year. Good job. It's okay to just start next month. Every one of those New Year resolutions of fitness. Bro, man, I'm so mad at myself. Like, I was weighing in yesterday. And, I stripped down like I'm Winnie the Pooh. I'm in here just a shirt on. And I'm like, all right, is this shit heavy? Is this going to be too much? And shit is wild, bro. That's what I thought about while I was weighing in. I was like, Winnie the Pooh is a naked bear. And they put his ass all over the cartoons. And he just eating honey. It's just gross. Just thinking about that. I don't know. I don't know how that came up, Tonko. I don't know how it happened. But I'll be all right. I'm having a good night tonight. I'm not even talking stock. I'm not even getting there yet. I'm just talking. This is what I came to do. This is awesome, bro. If you need a new year as motivation, you already lost. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I saw a guy from that I know. He's like, hey, man, for Christmas, my girl broke up with me. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, but it ain't over. I'm like, what? He's like, nah, she's crazy, bro. I don't let girls break up with me. I said, no, this is some real shit. That's a real problem to have. I've never had that issue. But what a hell of a Christmas gift. Yeah, I think we should start seeing other people, or I think we need a break. Yeah, not on my watch. My wife could try to leave. It won't happen. I swear to goodness it won't happen. Right there, I'll be like, hey, baby, I know you're trying to get rid of me, but not tonight. Bro, we saw it live. Sweets, burritos, and cocktails, living it up live. Yeah, probably. I don't even know. I don't even know if I could do that right now. That's how bad it is for me. Because I see food and I want to eat it. So anyway, let's get back to what we do. Guys, let's get back to talking GameStop, the stock, the movement of the stock, and let's do this shit for real. Okay? Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. At this time, I'd like to recognize my favorite investor, or one of them. His name is Electronic Boutique. Maybe you guys know who he is. Electronic Boutique holder. He actually has original GameStop shares at under $1 for pre-split. But his cost average is like $2. I don't even know. It's realistically $2. But it says here that his personality, right here, look at this, stock market analysis, collectible and card openings, and funny short clips. He's the Wonder Seeker. That's what he got on his YouTube recap. His top 3 channels, Marantz Rantz, Trove, and Carter's Corner Pocket. That's a real baller right there. That's a real Team 51 type of cat. I just want to say thank you, Electron Boutique holder. Right here, your YouTube award. Most likely to find the next big stock tip while watching funny videos. That might be me. And his last recap, his favorite #1 show that he watched on YouTube was Marantz Rantz. Top 0.1% of viewers to the show. He watched over 1,292 videos this year. That's dedication. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of me and all the little other Hulkamaniacs. Thanks again, bro. Appreciate you forever and a day. That's pretty hardcore, bro. Honestly, I got to give it up. All right. Invite to voice. I'm going to invite anyone who wants to come onto the show. You can. We're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to look at the portfolio summary today. How's it going? How's it going? And we'll look at everything. Just give me 1 second as I post to the top of the chat for you guys. Burton, a.k.a. Electronic, is a real one. Yes, that's Burton, by the way, in the house, my boy. Yeah, nobody's going to beat him, bro. Click the link, join the show. There you go. Oh, your cost average is $2.50? $2.50. So he is very, very in the money. I just want to put that out there. He's in the money. And pinned to the top of the chat is the Discord link. Go ahead and click on it if you want to talk to me tonight. If you have questions, we have answers. My current position in GameStop, I am at a cost average of $23.65. I have 2,459 shares, almost 60. I am almost there, and I will be. But I'm in no rush. Let me tell you guys, I am walking there. I could go get 2,500. I could get to 3,000. I could get 5,000. I could do all that. There's no point. I am happy. I am comfortable. I don't want to leverage myself and my family. What if something happened to me and or my family? I don't want to risk my position in GameStop, which I'm very proud of. Over $58,182 have been invested into GameStop with the current value of $53,477 after 5 years of buying stock and shares. I am down $4,700. Am I mad? No. Am I worried about my investment? Not at all. And I'm going to explain all that to you in a cold hard minute. So why am I not mad or sad? Good question. Right now, GameStop is at a low for the year, and the low here has been this purple line is the absolute low, and it hasn't touched there since way over here in 2024, which have been September. So the idea that it hasn't been at these levels in almost 14 months tells me I'm in a good space. I'm in a safe space. It's right where I want to be. But I'll also show you the weekly chart that if I'm buying way down here at the bottom, where I feel it's the bottom, if GameStop were to ever push up like it has in the past, 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's pushed up way high before, a couple of different times. If it were to ever get to $80 again, like it had last year, 70 to 80, let's just call it 80 for fun, I would be having over, I'm doing the math, it'd be almost $200,000. Let me see. So if it ever goes there again, which it will, I'll explain how that's going to happen. But I would have 25. I'll be fair. I'll give you the real number. 25 times 80. I would have $196,000. Okay, 196. So for every share I get, I know I'm getting 4x my money because I'm gonna see $80 again. I know I am. I understand the value of it, and I understand that other people witness that value. They're doing these pieces, editorial pieces, where GameStop is severely undervalued. So fair value for GameStop is $32 a share, but with a float of 650 million shares. If that were the case, GameStop would have an S&P 500 requirement to get in. So we're going to get there. Right now, we're here at this standstill level right here. As we break out of this little wedge, we then go ahead and touch this gold line, and we're going to fight with it. And it's going to be a little fight, but you will eventually break out completely over here somewhere in 2027. And if that were the case, if it's going to take the 2 years, doesn't matter. It's going to win wholeheartedly. I'll be $500,000, if not $1 million for me, because by that time hits, I'll have a lot more shares. I'll have an additional 1,000 at least, because I know how many days it takes for me to get shares. I do one a day. I'm not asking for much. So if I have the 3,000 shares, if I have the 4,000 shares, and the price gets up to 120, well, then there you go. I have $480,000 off of that position. Now, what if it goes higher than that, Marantz? What if it keeps going? What if it steps up out of here and it does what it's supposed to do because it finds real value? This is not real value. $120 a share, it's not real value. And what do I mean by it's not real value? 120, this is why you guys got to stop thinking on small numbers, okay? Times 448 million shares is only $53 billion. $53 billion. The all-time high on GameStop was 33. It used to be, and I'll do the math for you in front of you, 66 million shares. Well, before that it was 61, I believe. Maybe it was 61, somewhere in that range. Million shares times the 483. So they had $33 billion, because I want to say it was a little bit more than. So 66, I think it was 66. 66 million times 483, yeah. Around 32 billion, 33 billion. So to be at 32 or 33 billion, let's just do it, okay? To be there at 32 billion, I'll just do 32 billion as a number, just so people understand. We're going to divide that by the 448. You're looking at $71 a share. We've already been there. But to get that, just understand relatively what I mean. To get to the equivalent of $120 a share, what we were before this all exploded, the exact equivalent of that would be $71.42. That would be the equivalent, because that's what it is now with all the dilution we have. So when you see the value at $21, that's not what the stock is. Like, that's not what the value is. The value is $975. So if we're at $9.75 billion and we divide that by, just so you see it, 66 million, the original float, okay? You're talking about a stock price, or the other way around, right? Oh, no, one more. $147 a share. So we're right back to where we were right now at this level. We're at $147 a share pre-split right now. But people don't look at that number and think this way because they're worried about, well, what is it to me? Well, if you keep buying, you're not getting diluted. That's one. Two, the price is right at 21. It's still costing you 21 bucks in your pocket, but the market cap keeps going up. People are not playing the long game here, the big game. The big game's S&P 500. You want to get to where you're going? Get there. Now, I saw Carvana get pinned down to $6 and go all the way to where it is today, $400. From $6 to $400. You guys, it's criminal what's happening to GameStop. The pin down on GameStop, the sideways action, criminal, the no volume, internalized trading, nobody paying attention, all the bad press. But the truth is this: when this stock and this company finally get their due, when it finally happens, it's going to be a rocket that no one can catch. That's all it's going to be. And so if you had a lot at the bottom, that's fine. That's a lot of eggs baking right now. Literally a hard-boiled egg. You're just staring at it. You're like, I know it's going to get hard. I know this water is going to boil. Well, pay attention. Pay attention what the company does. That's why I pay attention to that. But there's so much more to this investment that no one's willing to admit. If we're going to talk about how we pick our dates, right? And this is why I said it all candidly. We're going to talk about like how we pick people or how we pick stocks. Okay, cool. The most shorted stock in the history of the United States of America. The most written off stock in the history of the United States of America. I'm telling you what it is. Absolutely. Yet they won't talk about Mullen Automotive. Nobody's writing articles, going into criminal investigations. There's nobody's on the Hill stumping and saying, here's what we got to do. We got to stop this EV mandate. No, they literally are bankrupting people with terrible investments. And that's just one example, not just a Bed Bath & Beyond, not just AMC, all of the gymnastics that have happened between all these years and everything that people have pumped. So when I'm mad about GameStop, it's not that I'm mad. I'm just more like, okay, you guys don't see the value? That's good. Then I'm going to keep buying it here. Because over time, you're going to be dead on. But these are all like things that you've never seen before. So when people say, well, GameStop's revenue is down. I said, well, not really. What do you mean it's not down? It's down. Look at the yearly numbers. And this is what they try to tell you. Go from 6 billion to 5.2 to 3.8 to now what? 3.8 again? Like, it's down because they're only looking at the annual report. They're only looking at the 10K. They don't care what's happening. They don't know enough to care about the 10Q. They just go to a chart. They go to a website. They go to a tracker, and it shows them down. That's it. They have no idea. Companies cutting up. They look. Watch this. This is how my mind works. So, I want to show you guys something. We'll go here to this filing. So this filing here is the last 10K for GameStop, and GameStop has, if you read it, has 1,600, almost 1,700 leases due this year, 2025, right here. So they're expiring during that fiscal year, these leases. Now, the fact that they're all expiring, does GameStop already tell you, well, we got 3,200 stores and we're cutting more. We're not going to renegotiate. We're not going to renew. At what part of the year did we lose the lease? Nobody knows. So the fact that GameStop's revenue was lower quarter three, we're like, well, wait a minute, we didn't renew some of these leases, or we didn't have them? Because when I look at it, and I'll show you what I look at. I come all the way down and I look at total stores. 4,169 for the previous year. We lost 970 and we ended up with 3,203. But look at how much revenue we lost. We went from 5.2 to 3.8. Now, everybody in the free world would go, oh, that's easy, Marantz. All I got to do is take this number, 3,200, divided by the 38. How are we doing? Versus the 52 on the 4,169. That's how rookies do it. That's how these idiots that I have to watch, Jeremy and Tony or whoever. Nobody understands. But when you actually sit there in a buyer's office, in a real estate office, you do all of this math. Listen to me. The cutoff does not necessarily mean that they went the whole year. Because they shrank from this number to this number, it does not mean that they all cut off at the same time. You might have got 9 months out of this guy. You might have got 11 months out of them. And then they come over here, cut 940, and you only got 1 month off of this list. So if this number is so low, you don't know if you got the whole year or a couple of months. But yet people try to tell you that, oh, no, we know. You do not know. And that's why your numbers are so skewed. This is why Wall Street's going to get buried, because they keep banking on the fact that this number is divided by this number, and that is not the case. That is not true. And this number, 3203, is not divided by because you don't know how many months of this one here was attributed to this top number here. You don't know because it could have had it for 1 month, and the revenue all go to a different store. Like, you just don't understand what I'm saying to you. It's the biggest trick that I've seen so far that GameStop do out in plain sight that I love. They report the number of stores closed at the end of the year. That makes people think that they're actually losing, that they're not doing good. Bro, they could have cut all those in P1. In P1. So that's why, and I say period 1, but that means January, okay? Just so that we're clear. There's 13 periods to a year. So watch this. You go to financials, right? And we go to quarterlies. And if you had 3,200, whatever it may be, this is how I know what we're looking at. We're going to go over here to balance sheet. And when you look at the liabilities, okay, and you're going to go portion of leases right here, I want you to see that there could be no rhyme or reason from 2024 to 2025 that there should ever be an increase in leases. Pay attention. You're going to go over here, you're going to go, okay, portion of leases. And when you look at quarter 1, you're paying $200 million. Then it goes to 194, 188, 187. Where did you cut 1,000 throughout that time frame? Because they claim they cut 1,000, right? Okay, so let's go to the next year. I'm gonna show it to you. When you go to this year, 187, 177, 174, boom. So now you have 1,000 cut out from here to those numbers over there. We closed 970 stores. Let me ask you something. Does it look like we closed from the numbers you see, apples to apples? I see a 187 to 177. I see a 188 to 174. Like, do you get where I'm coming from? Does it look like we closed one fourth of our shop? We might have. But look at this. The current portion keeps going down. It's not that we're continually cutting, guys. It's not that. It's how they lease up and how they free up. We had 1,700 leases expire this year, right now as I'm talking to you. So if we had 1,700 expire, when did they expire? Did they all expire quarter 2? And did we get the revenue for it? Did we go in here and get the revenue for it and we closed them up for the summer? So now we're down a little bit. Yet we know expenses are down too. And it correlates and it matches. So if that's the case, then maybe these numbers are not so bad per store. Maybe they're not. I know they're not. But nobody can tell you. So when they go 1.9 billion, to, Jeremy, you're doing this math on expenses, and it blows my mind that you can tell me that we're going to come in at 1.9 billion on revenue, yet you're understanding this number is getting smaller. How in the hell is that happening? You got to help me, because we did 144 and it made us what? 1.2 billion. I'm trying to figure you out right now. We're not even close to it. We're missing $60 million in leases. And you expect us to go up in revenue. Awesome. I would love it. I'm just realistic with the number, but I'm also realistic with the idea that Wall Street has no idea what they're talking about when it comes to GameStop. None. I don't think they know how profitable we are, guys. What I mean by profitable too, it's not just revenue and sales. It's not just that. It's free cash flow as well. So when you go in here and you look up your financials and you look up your ratios, everyone's fixated on the PE ratio. PE ratio has increased and gotten better year over year. It was 671. They talk shit. It was 91. They talk shit. Now it's 26. What are you doing? Because the real thing that's improving, free cash flow went from 300 to 132 to 92 to now 17. 17 is the ratio. That's better business. That you buy that every day of the week. Operating cash flow. You buy that every day of the week. This is not just, oh yeah, they're making money based off of cash deployed. They're not deploying cash. You're gonna buy that every day of the week at 17 on FCF ratio. And I'll challenge you. We can go to anyone, go to retail right here, ratio, and tell me if it's 17. I'm buying Costco. Tell me if it's 17. You're buying them for 45 and 40. GameStop is 26 and 17. Just so that you guys know, the lower the number, the better. We're outperforming Costco right now, and nobody tells you this. That's GameStop. GameStop has value that Wall Street won't give it. That's why I'm in an uproar every day. Just know that. Now, who's this guy? Oh, good Lord. Let's go ahead and block him real quick. Hide this user. We'll never see him again. Good. Okay. You guys want to talk about that ridiculous article about it going to zero made me spit my coffee out. They will publish any old trash lie they want anymore. Yeah. Going to zero's be an amazing thing. Wasn't it 1,000 employees? I don't know what you're talking about, though. I'd have to see it. Carter's Corner Pockets. Hey, can I give a shout out to Derek? Hey, Derek, can I tell you something, bro? Derek H is my boy. Derek gave me... I finally went through I got organized here in my office. And Derek, I have more stickers than you've got feet, bro. Like, I've got so many stickers. I don't know what to do. But I will say, I was supposed to send you one back. You sent me a package with and it has all the stamps on it, everything. So I've got to figure out, I got to read your message again. And now I have the time to do it. But I'm going to get you those stickers back. I am. So I just want to say thank you. I have 1,000 stickers without a doubt. The story never ends says, oh, that's why he's here? I had no idea. I had no idea what he was writing. Hold on. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you. Says, son is at $24. Good job. Okay. Dead money for years. Thank God I invested in silver and some gold, and silver miners saved my ass. GameStop will pay off, but it could be decades and centuries here. Never see you again, bro. Never see you again. 2027 calls. Go load those up on your own, bro. Ryan stated in his last interview that GameStop is operating better with 400 employees than it were with 1,400 employees. Yeah, that's going to be their corporate office. Their corporate office. Yeah, so here's the deal, Kyoto. I don't have time for bullshit. I don't have time for bullshit anymore. I'm too busy doing my book. I'm too busy doing a show. And I'm too busy in life. So the negativity, the drama, the people coming after me, all this stuff, I just block, ban, move on. My life has gotten so much better not reading the meltdown, not caring about these guys focused on people's lives and trying to ruin their lives or whatever they're doing in the past. I mean, these guys are just losers in general. So I just choose not to even get involved. What I will tell you is this. I don't have to defend my position. I don't have to defend what I do and what I am. These guys said, oh, he doesn't put enough money in. And then I go and throw 60,000 at it, and what do they say now? Oh, well, you're losing. Okay, good. Well, it's still my money to lose. So for me to put 60 grand on GameStop, what does that mean? It's just somewhere I wanted to be, and I think the 60 is going to turn into $1 million. There, I can think that, I can be that, and that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy how fast the day goes by when you're this busy, especially in your 40s. Time's too valuable. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely valuable. And I'm trying to do my best, but I want to finish the book. My plan is I have 3 days to finish the book, and I want to finish it by Christmas. So, and or Christmas Day. So I am on page 108 right now. I'm going to get there, but I have the lines open. So if you guys want to call in and talk to me, I'm okay with that. I am. We're going to do some TA real quick, and then I'm going to get up out of here tonight. I'm not trying to hang out too long, although I did have fun. I talk a lot, and I have little jokes here and there, but it's because how my mind works. I'm always thinking up, things, and it goes well. It really does. But I take care of my little soldiers. I take care of, the crew here that I can. Hosco took care of me today, the Haas. And I'm just fresh, man. I'm going to look good for Christmas. They're going to buy the book in droves? Sure. Let them buy the book. Let them do what they do. You guys will get the link. And then I'll expect you guys to buy 2 or 3 copies a piece because I want you guys to hand out the book to everybody. No, you guys do what you want. I'm not like that. You guys know that. I'm going to be buying the book, extra copies for myself as we publish them because I'm going to be sending them to people, some pretty important people. I want people to read the book and I want people to understand the premise of it. And once you do understand Connect the Dots, once you truly understand it, then you will be undefeated in your investment prowess. Like for me, the reason why GameStop's so great and why people want to buy it and people want to invest is because one, we'll start with all the good stuff. We'll start with Ryan Cohen. We'll start with the cash position. We'll start with the value. We'll get to the chart next. You get to the chart and you go, oh my God, this chart's suppressed and doesn't look like anything you've ever seen on Wall Street. And then you get to all the other stuff, the stuff that people don't talk about, like the short interest and added value. I call it added value. So in the world of value proposition, it's absolutely one of the best investments you can make, if not the best, right? Because of everything listed. But here's the caveat. Here's like the icing on the cake. Literally, the icing on the cake is once you learn Connect the Dots, you go, oh my God, I have to have it. Because out of all the losers in retail, all the retail apocalypse stocks and everything, and I write about this in the book, it's one thing to say all these guys are going to lose and here's how they're losing. And it's another thing to tell you now there's one company in America that figured out the playbook and fought back. Now, do you want a part of that? Do you want to be a part of it? And then you're here and you're doing it in real time. So the book's coming out at the right time, as in to tell people they have this opportunity to get to it at $21 and some change. But this is not a has-been story. This is not a, hey, this is what happened story. This is a what is happening right now. And I'm alerting the masses because you have to. You have to get this out. That, hey, you know what? In the world of Candace Owens, in the world of Tucker Carlson, and in the world of exposing truth, here's a little more. Well, here's a whole lot more. A little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth. It's the holiday season, man. Every day is a good day. Yeah. Q4 revenue should increase because of the margin of sales during the holidays. No, that's not how it works. Q4 revenue will be graded against Q4 revenue. So it's year versus year sales. It's not measuring 3 to 4. Nobody does that. Certainly not in retail. You measure week to week the same way. But remember, there's things that throw you off. Like this year, Q4 includes Call of Duty. It didn't last year. Last year, Call of Duty was released in October, not November. This year, it was later in November. This year, we have a shortened holiday season. From Black Friday to Christmas, it's the shortest it could possibly be. Additionally, I believe, was it last year we had 53 weeks versus the 52 this year? So you had an additional week of revenue and sales last year versus this year. People need to know that. There's 53 days because it was, or was it the year before? I can't remember. I think it was the year before versus this past year. No, this year. Yeah, it was the year before versus this one because of leap year. Leap year, that additional day puts you in a different cycle. This year's fiscal year starts December 29th. If people don't know that, they should. That's the fiscal or the calendar year, I should say, for a business calendar. But GameStop goes all the way into January, so it's a little bit thrown off. AMC is at 16 cents, and it should be. It should be at zero, amigo. It should be at zero. It's a terrible investment for anyone. And when you invest your money with private equity, this is the inevitable outcome. Anyway, that's the story. Let's go look at some TA, and then I'll get up out of here so I can do my shit tonight. I want to work on my book. I told you, man. I talked to my wife, and she's like, "No, you're not taking it serious." She's like, "You want to get it done. You do it here and there, but you're not getting in there and grinding it out like you would want to." She's like, "Imagine if you could get it done when you get it done because you actually apply yourself." And I was like, "Ma'am, I'm going in the box. Leave me alone. I got this. Anyway, some of the stocks we're looking at, guys, if you guys are not familiar, Nike's at 50 something dollars after earnings came out, doing its thing on the daily. And Nike had the gap down after earnings, so I think this is a great buy, me personally, but what do I know? I did look at it. AMC at $1.70, hilarious, touchdown to 168. This is so funny because there's no recovering this. This is an easy thing to kill off. Adam Aaron has to reverse stock split it. He has to dilute more shares. He has to do everything he said he wouldn't do. But this is the absolute rinse and repeat cycle. Carvana, this is the crime of the century for me. Not the century, but it is what it is, and it'll all play out. Some of these stocks won't have the legs to carry through. Costco fell through its actual triangle, so now you're looking for a new one. It's been confirmed. There's nothing there. This is not looking good for these guys. Me personally, I'm a damn genius. We'll see if that's true value there. Double bottom touch. I'm a genius. If you guys didn't see my buy orders, my sell orders, I sold in the 940s and the 920s. Absolutely sold. Absolutely had cost average below 400, below 500. So me selling and making double my money, whatever it may be, did very well. I bought in way down here in the 480s with the cash, not my retirement or my other type of shares that I get, because you do get gifted shares as being a senior leader. But those I actually sold off and made a little bit of change on them. I did very well, and that's fine. But I'm living a different life than you. Beyond Meat, wasn't that a bunch of bullshit? Them trying to push it out to you. I told you I don't believe it. I think it's garbage. It was a pump and dump, and it's dumping out in front of you all over your chest. So that's happening. HYMC is no different. HYMC, for those of you that live under a box, is a 10-to-1 reverse stock split. I don't care if it goes up by 50 cents. They are not what they say they are. I've seen this whole play out. Anybody trying to get their money back, as they call it, well, AMC sold the majority of their position, and now it's pushing out, pumping, and they don't mine anything. They don't make any money. They have two people that buy from them, so nothing that I would ever touch, and I definitely don't want to be a part of that company. But I do want to talk GameStop, so let's get to GameStop. Here we go. So let's look at it like I always do. I always zoom out, and I get a quarterly look at it. So here's the quarterlies. Is it still playing out the way you want it to? Absolutely. Looks good. Looks like we're going to have a quarter coming up in March. When March hits, I think we're going to break out perfect. Right now, we're in this quarter of December, January, March time frame. I think we get to this tip and we break out and we have a good time because the numbers will be that drastic and that great. So in the world of investing, everyone's been holding since this big green candle, and they have not sold. If you look at the volume, there's no volume down here that would tell you the amount of volume on this candle sold off into any of this. It's not possible. We bought it all, then we bought it again, and look at this. 1/4 of that volume, 1/4 took the stock all the way up to the top of this chart. If you gave me that whole candle again, all that volume, this damn thing would be 4 times bigger. So you'd be way out of the zone. You'd be at $1,000. It's a good barometer. It's a good test. But I'll see you at $1,000, guys. You think I'm joking? Once it starts running, I'm not selling. I'm watching you guys saying, hey, man, look how much I got in the account right there. Because I know the S&P 500 is coming. And when the S&P 500 gets announced, I know it's over. The bear thesis is over, and everyone has to go long, and they're all going to agree that GameStop's worth X amount of dollars. And when does that happen? It could be 3 years from now. It could be 5 years from now. I don't care. GameStop has so much cash and so much momentum, it's going to catch a real tailwind here, and it's going to be like a foxtail. It's going to be bushy and ready to roll. So, and I'm ready for it. And so here's GameStop on the monthly. Yes, still looking great and gorgeous. You have some true support down at $11. That's never going to happen. I'll see you. Here's the fun stuff. We're still in a golden cross. We're getting pushed down. This is abnormal body language for investing. You should never see a golden cross happen and then you get pushed right back down to it. Let me show you. Golden cross happens, the momentum carries through, and you go. Okay? Way over here. We had a fake out once. Right here. So, one time, here, they thought they was going to get a golden cross, and it got pushed down. As it got pushed down, it ricocheted off the floor, and it went up from $2 to 10. That's 5x. So, a golden cross, same movement, crossed, and it took off, which it should be doing, and it didn't do that this time. So, I looked at it every which way I could. I've been trying to figure it out, saying, okay, when's it going to do it again? What's it going to do? And right now, this is abnormal, and this is going to force some real lingering, some real doubters. They're going to be out there saying, this doesn't move right. TA doesn't look right. The market is not moving the way it's supposed to. And, look at GameStop. I'm not worried about that. I think we're going to produce a golden cross out of here. I think we're going to cross over, and I think we're going to go up here and test this 34 and some change. We're going to find some movement throughout this whole next 2 quarters this year, and I think we're finally going to pop out the other end by next year because it'll be a proven 4-year turnaround, and that's when the world ends. So am I 2 years away? Quite possibly. Possibly. But either way, it's inevitable. I just wanted people to know that. GameStop's inevitable. Period. Okay? And I wake up every day and I buy a share. I bought a share today, and I'm going to keep that going until I hit, infinity, until I own the company or until I die. So, whichever one comes first. So I'm with it. Marantz, what about Tesla, most ridiculously overpriced stock right now, IMO? Not even close. Not even close. Tesla overpriced? Is that what you're saying? Look at this. How is Tesla the most overpriced stock? Tesla's at 488, has a P ratio of 337 and a 243. 337? I mean, if you're challenging me, okay? Palantir's at 449. 449. They're at 3-something. Palantir's a whole 110 PE ratio higher. Palantir makes no money for this market cap of $500 million. $500 billion, I apologize. No. This shit is ridiculous. And if you think this is overpriced, I'm going to show you something even more overpriced. This is even more overpriced, called AMC. It's at $1.70. Market cap of $872, and they lose $500 million. They lose $640 million a year. There's no way. No way. And on that increased float up to 5 billion shares on the equivalent? No. This is the shit that's crazy. Somebody's out here blowing fairy tales up people. Yeah, nobody could ever tell me different. Nope. It's that bad. I mean, this interest right here will cripple your mind, guys. It's increased. We restructured our debt. Okay, and the interest went up $30 million in the last 2 years. So to go up $30 million a quarter, you're up $120 million for the year. Increased. $120 million. You're never going to make it out of that hole when all you make is this. You'll never make it out. It's bankrupt. This is the spiral. You can buy Tesla, and then what? 20 years from now, maybe you found some value, maybe recovered, maybe it got there. 30 years from now, maybe. No, this is crazy because if you're doing this, you're never going to get it back. The answer is never. Never, ever. So I'd much rather be worried about private equity black holes than I do about, oh my God, I wasn't even showing you guys. AMC is crazy. This is AMC, just so that we're clear. They're losing net income $300 million a quarter. Look at all this. Hundreds of millions of dollars a quarter. You're going to buy this shit? That's crazy. Buying companies that lose money, and then people are buying it. People are 170. I got to buy as much as I can. Look at this. That's a crazy number. All of that. I don't understand it at all. I mean, I do understand it, but I'll never buy it. So there you go. $1,000 not selling. Robert O'Leary, let me tell you, man. At $1,000, I have $2.5 million bucks. I'd tell you what I would sell. I'd sell about 5 shares a month. That's it. I would sell 5 shares a month and live the life I'm living. That simple. Go to work, chill. I don't need the whole $2.5 million in my pocket. Let the kids figure it out, because if I sell fast, you are the GOAT. Thank you. Appreciate that. If I sell it all fast and I get $2.5 million in my pocket, bro, who knows, man? I might end up, going all out and buying myself a Camry or something, bro. Like, seriously, you guys know me. I might just start throwing it out there. Red Bulls for everybody. You just never know. I do that already, man. I do that. I'm telling you, I'm such a giving man. I try to be. I just try to show people that they're appreciated. And one more shout out to the Hosco. These guys, top notch. Guys, when I tell you top quality product, the product is so good. Is it just me? Or is this hoodie so nice? I shouldn't have got it for free. Nah, bros. Order the clothes from Hosco, man. And yeah, I know Roy and Keith Gill, his brother, is wearing Haas. I saw him in his last post, wearing all the Hosco stuff. I just want to say, good looking out, bro. From one GameStop investor to the other, we have a connection. Maybe Roy and Kitty knows that we're gonna be sporting Hosco all the way to Valhalla, whatever it is, bro. Because we about that. I'm telling you right now, that's a fire ass hat right there. That's my favorite one because it's so out of bounds. I can wear that, man. That's so fresh. And you guys want to know about this hat right here? This true story. This hat right here. Okay, listen to me. The hat is fire. Okay, BeTheHoss.com. This hat is fire. The quality's amazing. $15. And then put the coupon on it. $15. I can't even explain it. Whatever. Hey, guys. I just support the company. They ain't put nothing. I just been supporting them for I don't even know how many years. 3 years? Going on 4? Yeah. That's how we do it here. We support each other. That's GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop GameStop. I thank you, millionaires. I'm going to get back to the book. I'm very excited about the book tonight. I'm going to go get it. Everybody, enjoy the show. Enjoy the night. TA tells me this is ridiculous. Then everyone else tells me it's a once-in-a-lifetime investment. And me telling you, I'm going to keep doing what I do. Easy. Let's go get it. Let's go back to the grind. Everybody, get there. Appreciate you guys. I hope you guys like the music that I played. Start out the show. You know how I do it. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop GameStop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace.